Hello. Hello. I'm so glad you could stop by. Welcome, welcome, welcome. What a different day from yesterday. Holy moly. It's like night and day. Minus 31 to, minus 10 or 11 or something. It's crazy. I don't know. I'm ready for the spring. I'm ready for the grass and the warmer weather and the one layer of clothing when you leave the house. I'm ready. But hopefully, if it keeps on like it was today, it'll keep getting warmer and nicer. So thank you so very, very much for joining me this evening. If you are new here, welcome. Please join and click the notify so that whenever I pop on, you get a notification. My name is Shannon, and this is Paper Delights. And I come on every Monday to Friday at 7 p.m. to inspire you and motivate you and stir the imagination. I come on and do some different crafts with different ideas, and mostly paper, because I love paper. Just love paper. Although I have taken a little bit of a different direction, and I need your help because I need to know which direction I should continue to go. So, this is glass bobbly things that I put over the beautiful paper that we had. And at first I started with our butterflies, and then I moved over to, so I started with the monarch butterfly, then I moved over to the other butterfly, and then I remembered we had the beautiful dragonflies, so then I went to the dragonflies, and then I remembered we had the bumblebees, so then I moved over to the bumblebees. Yeah, they're just so pretty. So here's my question for you. So let me know in the comment section. Should I do pins, so like lapel pins that you can put on your jacket or on a backpack? Or should I do magnets for the fridge or, what have you? Or maybe a little bit of both, a few with the magnets and a few with the pins. So let me know what you're thinking. And these will be available at our next open house. I'm so excited. As the tic-tac-toe board. Oh, that's a great idea. Yeah, could totally do that. The dragonflies versus the butterflies. Absolutely. Or the bees. Yeah, for sure. So these will be available at the next open house. I'm so glad the weather is finally warming up that we will be having our open house again starting at the end of this month. So save the date, Sunday, March 28th from 10 to 2, and it'll be outside. But coming up before that is our March 14th birthday bash. Just a few of the cards that we are doing. We're doing 5 designs, so 10 cards in total, all sort of birthday themed with a little bit of each paper. So this is the designer series paper from the celebration with the strawberries. This is the dragonfly. This is the cactus, flowers and field. This is the little secret extra gift card that you guys get to make. Can't show you, but all I can say is that it's a very fancy fold. So yeah, so if you're interested in that, you get 10 cards, $30, 5 different designs, and March 14th. I'll be coming on to do that one. So let's just jump right in. I have a few cards for tonight. So for this one, I had some fun with this one. So this one is similar to the one we did last night with the pink tie-dye kind of look. And then I took the dies that we had and I did it on some of the designer series paper. So one of the other pieces of paper that we had. So it almost gave like that sort of like tie-dyed look as well on the butterflies. And then this one I did in white vellum, and then I used my blends to color it. And this one I think I did in like the light pumpkin. I was trying to turn it into like the monarch butterfly kind of look, but then I realized it went better with this paper here. So, and then I did a top layer of the glitter. So, and then we've got a sentiment for birthdays, and I just stamped this one with some of the polka dots from, I think it's from the Fern stamp set, just to sort of add a little bit of texture to it. So, but I thought with this one we'd add a little bit of sparkle as well to our butterflies, and then we can put everything together. So again, the dies from the butterflies are just so beautiful, and you get a nice variety of sizes, which I love. Kind of reminds me of the snowflake set that they had this year with all the beautiful different sizes and everything, and they have such a lovely detail. So some of the other cards we did with the glitter or the foil paper. Some we just used the larger one and did the stamp out of the designer series paper. And then there are some that we did with vellum and put them over the designer series paper. So now we've colored the vellum, or perhaps you've got colored vellum already kicking around in your craft room. So I had a little bit of this yellow vellum that I used. So lots of different options. And then this one, these ones here, I used paper. So lots and lots of different ideas for these butterflies. They're just so pretty. So this is the Magenta Madness color, one of their new in colors. It's the brightest pink I think I've seen, but they've done a good job of coordinating it with other colors that I would never have thought to coordinate with. So cool. So I'm going to put this together. So we've got our white, a piece of Magenta Madness, and slightly smaller with the designer series paper. Then really simple, I kept this one really simple, sentiment, and then we have our cute little butterflies. So I'm going to put this guy here. So I'm going to place this guy down here. There we go. All right. And I'm going to ever so gently curl my vellum just to give them a little bit of height. And I'm going to put, I think I'll put a little bit of white glue on him so that you can't see through too much because of the busy pattern in behind, which is nice because usually you can see through vellum, but with this one I don't think you can. So these guys are a little drier. So again, I'm just curling these around and kind of bending them up. Some people bend them up like that, but I like the up and around. I think it looks pretty. But do be careful when they're die cut because they are a little delicate, and if you color them with the Wink of Stella, just give them a few minutes to dry because they're pretty wet still. So, but because we're doing this, I don't have a lot of time to let them dry, so just a little bit of glue. And there you go. Look, how pretty is that? Oh my goodness, I just love these. The butterflies do all the work. Honestly, I could add a ribbon. I could add all sorts of other things, but I mean, what's the point? The butterflies do all the work. I could put a gem on my butterfly. What do you think? Sparkly gem. On our butterflies. So pretty. Oh, love it. All right. Next card. So for this one, I really love the jar. It was one of the sets that I always liked. And I think it's been around in some form or fashion. I'm sure people have bigger jars, but I think jars in some sort has been around in stamp sets or stamp styles for a while. So I'm sure you've got a jar somewhere. But what you don't have is all this beautiful paper for all these gorgeous butterflies. So what I did was I took one of the sheets of paper that had the little butterflies. It's the paper that's the back side of the pink tie-dye. So it has all these smaller butterflies, and I fussy cut a bunch out. So we have this. So this is a piece, I believe, of So Saffron. And this is the side with the butterflies. It's so hard to choose. I know, it's so pretty. Now, you guys need to tell me if we are doing the linen looking one or the polka dotted one. I'm leaning towards the linen one. So my jar is going to be here with a bunch of butterflies inside. We've got a bunch of butterflies just flitting in and around in there. And then we have a bunch of butterflies outside, coming out of the jar, like that. But then I thought the jar was very white up against everything that was going on here. So I thought I needed to sort of tone it down. So I thought a piece of vellum over top gives it a bit more of that, you know, that frosted jar kind of look. So you still get the idea of the butterflies are in there and everything without the white being quite so stark. So that is what we're going to do. What are we thinking? Do you guys agree? Do you like the linen best? Oh, you like the polka dot. All right. Polka dot it is. I will make another one later with that one. That's the great thing about cards, is you can make a whole bunch. All right, so I'm going to add my butterflies to my jar. So I punched the jar with the punch, which is a great addition. I use this punch all the time. It's fantastic. Originally, I started with a silver one and put the butterflies on top, but I didn't like the look, so. And then we are going to, I'm just looking to see what other little butterflies I have here. I was hoping I had another little blue one. So I'm going to put another little blue one like that. And it's okay if they're on top of each other, right? Because when they're in the jars, they're all trying to get out, right? All right. And then I'm going to take my vellum and it's going to go on top. I am going to put a bit of glue at the top because I have some of my ribbon here to sort of tie around the top. So forgive me while I pull this a little closer to myself so I can see what I'm doing here. So basically we're just tying it around a couple of times, and I am going to attempt to put it in a bow. Or you can just tie a knot, whatever you like. All right, so there is my jar. I might put a little bit of glue down here just to sort of help close it. So there's my jar. My jar is all ready to go. Isn't that cute? I was so pleased with how it turned out with the piece of vellum on top, just to give it that like frosted kind of look. So don't you just love it when an idea comes together? It's so awesome. All right, so polka dots. We are going to do some polka dots. So polka dots. So putting a little bit of adhesive and then wrapping I probably should have had this a little longer, wrapping my ribbon around. And then making sure my card is facing the right way and putting that on. There we go. Just like that. Then we're going to take our jar and I'm going to pop it up. And then the next fun part is we get to put all of the butterflies spilling out of the jar. It made me think of the paper pumpkin set that came with the fireflies. That was out a couple months back. So we're going to have our jar and our sentiment, best wishes, and this is from the same punch set as the jar. It's a great set. So this is the stamp for the jar. So you punch out your jar, you stamp it, you can do a little ribbon or a lid. And then it has happy wishes, best. So those are separate, so you put them together. So I did best wishes because I thought butterfly wishes. I thought it was cute. And then we're going to take our butterflies here. I'm going to give them some little curl to them. And we're just going to put them all over. And then after we put them on, then we're gonna, I should probably do a bit of Wink of Stella before the hand. Probably a good idea. Oops. Might be easier to do it before we glue them on. Probably should have done them before, but that's fine. You can watch me while I quickly put on my Wink of Stella, because, you know, Wink of Stella, I put this on everything. I just love it. If you don't have Wink of Stella, I highly recommend it. It just adds that little bit of pizzazz, you know? Let's see. What other ones do I have hiding over here? Oh, I got another green one. There we go. All right. So I'm going to put a little bit of glue. And then we're just gonna, glue them around. Oh, this paper is so pretty. Oh my goodness. It does all the work. It's just absolutely gorgeous. And you put them in every which way. Up, down, all around. I realize I didn't put glitter on that one. I'll go back. All right, step away from the card. It's just so much fun. It's just so fun. What do we think? That one's too big. Okay, what do we got here? A little one. So much fun. Oh, just love it. All right. Okay, step away from the card. Okay, all right. Look at all the butterflies. They're so pretty. It's making me want to go to the Butterfly Conservatory. Have you ever been to the Butterfly Conservatory in Montreal? Oh, so beautiful. You walk around, or you can sit in this room and all these beautiful butterflies fly around you. It's so magical. There we go. Okay. All right. Right. So there's our butterfly wishes. Okay. Last card for this evening. Same sort of color tones. Get all my butterflies. So this is a piece of the So Saffron, folded in half, and then whoosh, I cut it. So that piece there then turns to become that part, like that. So we're going to put this on the inside. We're going to put this on the top. We're going to put this like this. I forgot to cut a piece for the white. And then we're going to put our butterflies all around. Okay? Isn't that beautiful? I just love that. It makes me think of like a sunset or a sunrise. So many beautiful pieces of paper. And this is only available while supplies last. So if you like it as much as I do, I would highly, highly recommend getting your order in ASAP. You know, maybe you need to wait until payday for some of the other pieces. I understand. But if you really like this paper, I would recommend ordering it fairly quickly, because a lot of people, a lot of the other demonstrators are all really liking it as well. So I have a feeling it will go very quickly. So this is just the other side. And it's got this pretty, almost like ombre effect, where they took the butterflies and went from like the lightest to the darkest, which is really pretty. And then we have our piece. And then this, I just had a piece of scrap. It was left over from when I was cutting this. And I thought about stamping it, but I have not been having much luck with my stamping. So we're just going to butterfly it up. But I do have this pretty ribbon. So this is that lovely seam binding ribbon. I thought about coloring it, but I kind of liked it with just with the white. And I sort of tied it ahead of time because I have not been having much luck. Sorry. I have not been having much luck with my bows and such. So I'm going to place it to the side like that. And then I've got some nice big bold butterflies. So part of the thought was like one big one. Sort of put this maybe in the middle and then have one big one. What do we think? Like that. Or bring this down a bit and have smaller ones. And have like a few. So what are we thinking? Like one bigger one or a few smaller ones? some pink and yellow ones. Yeah, okay. All right, so I'm going to put some adhesive on this one. We'll do this side. I'm going to center it like that. We're going to fold him up by his wings and then curl the wings back over like that. I have part of this one here. I might put it on the inside. So we've got a pink one and a green one, maybe a yellow one down here. We've got a little bit bigger one. Yeah, let's do that one down there. Do one down there. Yeah, so pretty. Oh, I just love it. All right. So I've got to find out from you, Marianne, where you get the black dimensionals. So that was brilliant. So I'm putting just white dimensionals on these guys here. Pop them up. And then I'll put my Wink of Stella on them after. And I'm just trying to make sure that it doesn't go off the page too much. So I'm going to use that one to hold my bow down. I got to move him over because he's falling off my page. There. I think I might need a glue dot. And then on the inside, I will have to get, well, I could always put a piece on the back. So I've got one of my pieces that I cut from the paper here. So remember I was saying your edge pieces, they're always nice to keep. So I have a few edge pieces. There we go. There. Yeah, I can do this one here down at the bottom. These are the little ones. The ones that sometimes make my eyes cross when I'm cutting out. Got this one here too. So pretty. There we go. I'll either add a piece of white or we can always add it to the back. So there we go. All right, enough. I gotta walk away. Too many butterflies. I don't know. I don't think you can have too many butterflies, but so gorgeous. All right, so there is our cards for this evening. So there we go. I love that this turned out. I like it when a vision comes together. So there we go. So thank you so very, very much for joining me this evening. Hopefully you've been inspired. And please, please, please stay safe. And I will see you again tomorrow night. Thank you. Take care.